In this video, I'm going to share exactly how to lose fat by shifting your mindset in 2026. I'll walk you through why every diet you've tried has eventually failed, the mental shift that has to happen before any plan will stick, and the framework that I use with my private clients to help them lose the weight and finally keep it off. But here are a few of the results so you know that this actually works. Now, look, if you're still watching, I'm going to guess a few things about you. You're somewhere between 35 and 55. You've got a career, a family, real responsibilities. You're not 22 anymore. Your body doesn't bounce back the way that it used to, and you have started to notice it in the mirror, in your energy, in how your clothes fit. You've been carrying the same extra 20, 30, maybe 40 pounds for years now. And it's not because you don't know what to do. You've read the articles, you've tried intermittent fasting, keto, low carb, calorie counting. Maybe you hired a trainer at some point. You've started over more Mondays than you can count. And every single time, the same thing happens. You're locked in for 2, maybe 3 weeks. You drop a few pounds, then life, it hits. A work trip, a stressful week, a weekend with the family, and by the time you look up, you're right back where you started. Sometimes, maybe even a little bit worse. And the part that really eats at you, it's not the weight. It's that you used to be the guy who finished what he started. You built a career, you provided your family, you handle hard things every single day. But this one thing, your own body, it keeps slipping through your fingers and you can't figure out why. If any of this landed, you are in the right place. Because the problem was never your discipline, your willpower, or the diet that you picked. It's somewhere deeper than that. And that's exactly what we're going to fix in the next few minutes. Now, before we get into the method, let me give you some background on who I am and why I'm even qualified to talk about this. My name is Ben Zuckerman. I run SDF Coaching and I help desk workers build muscle, lose fat, and actually keep it off for good. But I wasn't always the guy with the answers. I was skinny my entire life. Not lean, not slim, skinny. Wearing hoodies every single day just so nobody can see my arms. But didn't matter what it was. Summer, spring, the hoodie was on. I was always the guy with the shirt on at the pool. And if you've ever been in that position, you know how draining it is. How much mental energy goes into just existing in your body when you're not comfortable in it. And the thing is, it's not like I was lazy. I played basketball and lacrosse growing up. I was always active, always competitive. But being athletic and having the body you want are two completely different things. And I didn't figure that out until way later. So I tried everything. Looked up programs online, I followed random diets, tried to eat more, eat less, eat clean, made a little progress, fell off, started over, fell off again. And every single time I tell myself, I just need a better program. I kept searching for that one thing that would fix it. And what I didn't realize was the problem was never the program. The problem was me. Not in a harsh way, but I hadn't built the mental framework that makes any of it actually work. I was relying on motivation, on feeling ready, on finding perfection. None of that is reliable. None of that lasts. The second that I figured out what was actually holding me back, everything changed so fast. And that's exactly what the SDF method is built on. Here's what actually changed for me, and pay attention here because this is where most people completely miss it. First, I stopped trying to be perfect and just started showing up. I was always waiting for the perfect plan, the perfect schedule, the perfect amount of energy, because perfect never comes. I kept not starting, or I'd start and one bad day would blow the whole thing up. The second I let go of that and just committed to showing up no matter what, things started to move. Second, I stopped asking myself, should I go today? And started asking, when am I going today? And that sounds tiny, but it's everything. When you ask, should I? There's always a reason not to. You're tired, work was stressful, you don't have time. The answer talks you out of it almost every single time. When am I going removes the debate. It's not a question of if anymore, it's just logistics. That one shift killed most of the mental resistance that was slowing me down. Third, I started tracking my food. I know some people hear that and immediately check out. Sounds tedious, sounds obsessive, but here's reality. If you're not tracking, you're just guessing. And guessing is exactly what keeps people stuck. I thought I was eating enough. I thought I was doing the right things. But once I actually started logging everything and seeing real numbers, results showed up within weeks. Not months, weeks. These 3 things are the foundation of everything that followed. This video is for you if you sit at a desk 8+ hours a day and feel like your job is making it impossible to make progress. You want to be consistent, you want to show up, but by the time you've been in meetings all day and stared at a screen for 8 hours, the last thing you want to do is go to the gym. And then you don't. And then you feel bad, and the cycle repeats. And if that sounds familiar, you're in the right place, my friend. This is for you if you started and stopped more times than you can count and genuinely cannot figure out why. Because you're not lazy. You have a full-time job. You handle your responsibilities. You get things done. So why does this one thing keep not sticking? I'm going to answer that today. This is for you if you know what to do, but your mindset keeps getting in the way. You've watched the videos. You know you should be eating protein and training consistently, but knowing it and doing it are two completely different things, and something keeps blocking the execution. And this is for you if you're tired of waiting for the right time to finally get serious. That right time is never just going to show up. Monday morning, New Year's, after this work project wraps up, none of those are coming to save you. The right time is now, with the schedule and energy you actually have. Now, if you're looking for a magic pill or some shortcut that does the work for you, this is not it. Just close the tab, because I do real sustainable results that last, that requires effort, not an overwhelming amount, but still effort. And if you're not willing to fix the way you think before you fix the way you look, this won't work. The mindset piece, it's not optional. It's not a nice add-on. It's the foundation. Skip it and you're going to follow a plan for 2 weeks. Life will happen and I guarantee that you will fall off because I've seen it 1,000 times. If you're comfortable staying where you are and you're just kind of browsing, that's completely fine. But this is not your video. And if you say, I don't have the time, but you're on your phone for 2 or 3 hours every night, I'm going to call you out right now. That's not a time problem. That's a priority problem. And priorities are within your control. Once you decide to choose differently, we can build something real. Here's the truth most coaches won't tell you. You are not failing because of your diet or workout plan. You are failing because your mindset is working against you. The information is everywhere. It's free. You can Google how to build muscle and lose fat right now and get 10 accurate answers in 30 seconds. The information is not the problem. It never was. The problem is that knowing what to do and actually doing it consistently are completely different things, and the gap between knowing and doing is a mindset gap, not a knowledge gap. Motivation is what most people are relying on, and motivation is an emotion. Emotions come and go. You watch a fire video, you feel pumped, you go hard for a week, then a stressful few days at work hit and that motivation, gone, disappears. And if motivation is all you have, you're gonna stop every single time. What you actually need is a system, a structure that runs whether you feel like it or not. A routine so dialed in and so manageable that showing up is just what you do. The same way brushing your teeth is just what you do. You don't wait to feel motivated to brush your teeth. It's part of your life. That's what we're building. And here's the part that really matters. When you fix how you think about fitness, the training and nutrition actually become easy. Not fake easy, but manageable, sustainable, something you could do long-term easy, because you're not fighting yourself anymore. You've built the identity of someone who shows up, and that changes everything. And I want to be clear about something else too. If you want to be that person, the one with the physique they're proud of, training locked in around their work schedule, not restarting every Monday, I'll show you exactly how. 1. How to build a mindset that makes showing up feel automatic, even after a long, draining day at work. 2. How to build muscle and lose fat with a system that fits around your real life, not some imaginary perfect schedule. And 3, how to track your food and train in a way that locks in real results without fitness taking over your whole existence. Because you shouldn't have to choose between having a life and having a good body. You can have both. Let me show you how. The STF method is the exact system I built through my own trial and error. Not from a textbook. I went through years of figuring out what worked and just what didn't, studying what was keeping me stuck and what kept other people stuck, and I built something out of that real experience. It's built around 3 things that are the actual root causes of why desk workers struggle with fitness. Number 1 is mindset. Because the way most people think about training is just completely backwards, and it causes them to rely on things like motivation and perfect conditions that are never consistent enough to drive real results. Number 2, structure. Because most programs are not built for someone who's tired after a full workday and has a limited window to get things done. And number 3, daily habits, the small, repeatable actions that compound over time into a completely different body. When all 3 of those are dialed in, the results are real. And I've decided to break it all down for you. So in the next few minutes, I'm gonna walk you through exactly how I went from the skinniest person in any room to building. In the next few minutes, I'm gonna walk you through exactly how I went from the skinniest person in any room to building a physique that I'm actually proud of, and how my clients with full-time jobs and real schedules are doing the exact same thing right now. So you could take the SDF method, shift your mindset, build real muscle, and finally get the body you've been saying that you're going to get without it taking over your entire life. Let's go. The SDF method is a 3-phase system, and I want to take a second to explain why this matters before I walk you through each one, because most fitness programs are built like a single transaction. Here's a plan, follow it, good luck! And that works for a small percentage of people who already have everything dialed in. But for the majority of people, especially people with demanding jobs and busy lives, that approach is going to fail. Not because the plan is bad, because the foundation wasn't there to support it. Think about it like building a house. You wouldn't start putting up walls before you pour the foundation, but that's exactly what most fitness programs ask you to do. They give you the walls, the workouts and the diet, before you've built the mindset and the structure that holds everything up. And then people wonder why it collapses. That's what the 3 phases fix. We build in the right order. So here's the breakdown. A lot of programs just hand you a plan and say go. That works if you already have the mindset, the habits, the discipline. But for most people, especially desk workers, you need to build the foundation first before anything else is going to stick. So we build in order. Phase number 1 is the mindset reset. Build the identity before you build the body. Stop waiting to feel motivated. Start showing up like the person you are becoming. This is the foundation everything else is built on. Phase 2 is the lock in the system. Once the mindset is right, we're going to build the structure. Simple, repeatable training and nutrition that runs around your work schedule. No overthinking it, no guessing, just a clear system you can run day after day without it feeling like massive effort. And phase number 3 is build and dominate. This is where you execute and the results show up. Real muscle, real fat loss, a body that looks the way you want it to look. And because you did the work in phases 1 and 2, it's not a grind, it's just a payoff. You built the identity, you built the system, now you run it. This system doesn't just transform your body, it rewires how you think so the results actually stick this time. That's the difference. Now, let me walk you through how each phase works in practice, how it resets your mindset, builds real muscle, and gives you full control over your body while you're still living your normal life. Phase number 1, the mindset reset. This is the most important phase in the entire system, and if you rush this or skip it, nothing else I teach you today is going to stick the way it needs to, so please pay close attention. Mindset reset isn't about affirmations or vision boards, it's specific, practical changes in how you think that directly affect whether you show up or not. First, stop waiting to feel motivated. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. You don't wake up every day fired up to train. Nobody does. What consistent people do is start anyway. You start the workout and 10 minutes in, you are glad that you did, but you have to start first. Stop waiting for the feeling, take the action, and the feeling follows. Second, I'm too busy. It's not a real thing. It's a priority statement. If you're working 50 hours a week and also watching TV for 2 hours every night, you are not too busy. You're just not prioritizing it yet. And I say that not to make you feel bad, but because the moment you call it what it actually is, you can fix it. You can't fix being too busy. You can fix your priorities. Third, identity. There's a massive difference between I am someone who trains and I am someone who is trying to train. When training is something that you're trying to do, it's optional. But when it's part of who you are, it's not. You don't negotiate with yourself about it. Just do it. So we shift the identity. You are someone who trains, not someone trying to get back into it. Someone who trains. Start telling yourself that story and watch what happens to your consistency. Fourth, ownership. Every day you skip is a choice. Every day you show up is also a choice. When you truly own that, you stop looking for external things to blame and start taking real control. And that is when everything shifts. Now, I want to address something because I know some of you are thinking. You're thinking, Ben, I've heard all this mindset stuff before and it never worked for me. And I get that. The word mindset gets thrown around so much that it's almost become meaningless. But what I'm talking about is not vague inspiration. It's not just believe in yourself. It's a specific sequence of mental shifts, identity, then structure, then action that are designed to remove the friction that's been stopping you. You don't need more motivation, you need less friction. And that's exactly what phase 1 is engineered to do. Phase 2, lock in the system. Mindset is handled. Now we build the actual training and nutrition framework that runs around your life and gets you real results. Nutrition is where most people either overcomplicate everything or do absolutely nothing. Let me give you how we actually do it. First, we find your numbers, not generic internet numbers, yours. Based on your body weight, your goal, your activity level, we calculate your calorie and protein targets. Those are the only two numbers that actually matter to start. Calories determine whether you're gaining, losing, or staying the exact same. Protein determines whether you're building muscle or losing it. Hit those two things consistently and you will make progress. Everything else comes later. If you're building muscle, you're eating in a slight calorie surplus, a little above what your body needs to maintain, giving it fuel to actually build. And if you're cutting fat, you're in a controlled deficit. If you're skinny fat, we figure out the right approach for that specific situation because it's a little different and I treat it just a little bit differently. We track everything in MyFitnessPal. It's a completely free app, it's simple, and it works. It's perfect. Once you log your regular meals for a week or two, it becomes second nature. 5 minutes a day, and without it, there's just no data. And without data, there's no accountability. And without accountability, there are no consistent results. That's just the truth. Now about protein specifically, because this is the one most people are getting wrong. If you want to build muscle, you need to be eating close to 1 gram per pound of body weight per day. Most people are eating maybe half of that without even realizing it. And then they wonder why they're not growing. Chicken, ground beef, eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese. These are your best friends. You don't have to eat like a bodybuilder, but you have to hit your number because protein is literally the building material for muscle. Skip it and you're trying to build a house without lumber. Meal prep is non-negotiable for desk workers. The reason people eat bad food during the week is not because they like it more, it's because it's just way easier. Like, be real. Nothing's in the fridge, they're tired, they order something that throws the whole day off, but when you prep on Sunday, you remove that decision entirely. You just grab it from the fridge, heat it up, and eat. No thinking, no excuses. And we build your meal plan around food you actually enjoy eating, because if you hate what you're eating, you will not sustain it. It's simple as that. Your training plan is built around your schedule. Full stop. I don't care if you have 3 days or 6, 30 minutes or 2 hours, full gym or dumbbells at home. We're gonna make it work because the program is never the point. Consistency is the point. A 3-day plan you actually follow will always beat a 6-day plan you half follow. And here's how I actually train and how I train my clients. 2 sets per exercise, 5 to 8 reps. That's it. Simple, heavy, and done right. The rule is straightforward. If you can do more than 8 reps, the weight is just too light. Add weight. And if you can't hit it for 5, drop it down a little. You stay in that 5 to 8 rep range and you push every single set to failure. That's a non-negotiable. Not close to failure, not feeling a little tired. Failure. The point where you physically cannot do another rep with good form. That's where the growth happens. Every set, every time. No coasting, no saving yourself for later. You go until you can't go anymore. Now, let's talk about progressive overload because there's a lot of bad information out there about what this actually means. Progressive overload is adding more challenge over time. That could be weight or more reps. So if you did 5 reps at a certain weight last week and this week you hit 6, that is progressive overload. If you stayed at 5 reps but added 5 pounds to the bar, that's also progressive overload. Small increases consistently applied over months. That's how you build a real physique. But here's something I want to be honest about that most people just won't tell you. You will hit plateaus. There will be weeks where the weight just does not go up and the reps don't go up and everything feels the same. That's completely normal, and it doesn't mean something is wrong. Sometimes your body just needs to adapt at that weight before it's ready to move up, and that's fine. You stay the course, you keep training to failure, and eventually you will break through it. And here's the other thing. You don't have to change your exercises all the time. That's actually one of the worst things that you can do. Pick your movements, stick to them, and get stupidly strong at them. Because the guy who looks the best in the gym are usually the ones who have been doing the same core exercises for years and are just way stronger at them than they were before. control the weight. Don't just let it drop or bounce it around. Stay in control of the movement, but that's the only thing. You don't need to slow the rep down or overthink it. Lift it, control it, get to failure, and move on. Track your workouts so you always know what you did last time and what you're coming in to be. That's how every session has a purpose, and that purpose stacks up into serious results over time. Phase 3, build and dominate. Mindset locked in, system running, now you execute and the results will come. Here's what makes phase 3 different from every transformation you've seen before. Most transformations look like this. Someone goes hard for 12 weeks, gets results, then slowly goes back into exactly who they were before because the transformation was a temporary thing that they did, not a permanent change to who they are. 6 months later, they're back to square one. And that's not a transformation, that's a temporary result. I have no interest in giving you that. Phase 3 is about building a new standard for yourself, not a peak you hit one time, a baseline you live at. The habits from phase 1 and 2, the mindset, the structure, the tracking, the consistency, those aren't things you put down when the program ends. They're part of you now. They carry over into your work, your relationships, everything. The discipline you build in the gym genuinely transfers into every other area of your life. You also never have to start over again. When most people hit a rough patch, either vacation, stressful period at work, a few weeks where things go sideways, they feel like they lost everything and have to begin from scratch. That doesn't happen when you've built a real system. You know exactly how to come back. You're not starting over, you're just picking it back up. And the longer you live this way, the faster it's gonna happen. 2 days off used to feel like you needed a whole reset. A year into this lifestyle, you miss a week and come back exactly where you left off because the identity is still there. The habits are still there. You didn't unbecome the person. You just had a busy week. There is a massive difference. You will sustain your results because you actually enjoy how you live. The food isn't miserable. The training isn't a punishment. You look in the mirror and you're proud of what you see. You put on a shirt and it fits the way that you want. You go to the beach and taking your shirt off isn't a whole thing. And you go to work sharper, more focused, more confident because when your body is right, everything feels a little more right. Just look at these results. The STF method, it works and it works for everyone. I'm not saying that as a line. Look at these people. Look at the before and afters, different body types, different starting points, the skinny guys who never thought they could build a physique like that, the guys who needed to lose serious weight, the girl who wanted to lose fat and actually build muscle at the same time, which a lot of people think is impossible, by the way. It's not. We do it regularly. What every single one of these people have in common is not perfect genetics or a perfect schedule. They were real people with real lives who decided to commit to the process. That's it. Every one of them went through the same 3 phases: mindset reset, lock in the system, build and dominate. Same method, different bodies, same result. And if you're looking at the before photos and seeing yourself, the after is completely within reach. You just need the right system around you. You need someone who has actually been through it, built it into a repeatable process, and can walk you through it step by step. And that's what I do. And that's what STF coaching is. And I genuinely mean everyone. Skinny guys, overweight guys, skinny fat guys, people who had never trained a day in their life, and people who had been training for years without results. College students and guys in their 30s and 40s with demanding careers and families. The STF method adapts to where you are because it's not a rigid program. It's a system built around you. The results you're seeing here are not flukes or outliers. They're what happens when someone commits to the process and puts in real effort. And if you're ready to do the same, let's talk about what that actually looks like. Now that you understand how the STF method works and you've seen what it does, I want to make you an offer. This is for you if you're sitting at a desk every day feeling like your job is holding your body hostage. If you tried before but couldn't stay consistent, not because you're weak, but because you didn't have the right system. If you're tired of guessing and ready to follow a real plan built around your actual body and your actual life. And most importantly, this is for you if you are genuinely ready. Not kind of thinking about it, not maybe someday. Ready right now. Ready to commit to the mindset and the physical work at the same time. Ready to be coached, held accountable, and pushed to a level you haven't reached before. And here's the honest truth about where most people are when they find this video. They watched it, they're fired up. They close their laptop and tell themselves they'll apply tomorrow. And then tomorrow turns into next week. And the same version of them is still sitting at the same desk 6 months from now, wondering, Why has nothing changed? And I've seen it play out 100 times. The people who actually transform are the ones who make a decision while they still feel it, not the ones who wait until the timing is perfect. Perfect timing does not exist. There's only now. And if that's you, I want to work with you. Here is everything included when you join STF Coaching. A fully customized training plan inside the Trainerize app. Every workout, every day, completely laid out, step-by-step video demos for every exercise, so there is zero confusion about form or execution. Exact reps, sets, and rest times. You just open the app, you see the workout, and you do it. You never have to think about what to do or wonder if you're doing the right thing. You just execute, because it's built specifically around your schedule, your equipment, and where you're starting from. It's not some generic plan that half applies to your situation. It's all yours. A full custom meal plan built around your food preferences, not a generic plan everyone gets. Built around what you actually like to eat. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and drinks, all measured out, all hitting your targets. No foods that you hate. A plan you can actually follow, synced to MyFitnessPal so I can see your nutrition in real time and adjust as we go. Weekly one-on-one calls with me. Personally, every week we review how things went, look at your numbers, talk about what's working, and build the plan for the next week. Not a group call, it's just me and you. This is where the actual coaching happens. You get my personal phone number. Text me literally whenever you want. Question about workouts, something came out with your food, you need a reality check, I'll be there for you. You're never figuring this out alone. Custom supplement guidance, so you stop wasting money on things that do absolutely nothing and start using what actually works for your body, because the supplement industry, it's built on confusion and marketing, and I'll cut through all of that and tell you exactly what's worth it and what you can skip entirely. And mindset coaching with daily accountability built into everything that we do, because I know the physical stuff, it only works when the mental stuff is right. We work on both every single day. This is the full package. Everything you need to actually transform your body while working full time. No guessing, no wasted effort, no figuring it out alone. Just a complete system with someone in your corner every step of the way. But I want to be real with you about something before you click that link. This is not cheap. It's not supposed to be. You're getting my time, my personal number, a fully custom plan, a real coaching, not a PDF, a generic check-in once a month. You are getting real investment from me, and I expect the same from you. And if you are the type of person who buys things and just never uses them, I'm sorry, but this is just not for you. But if you are the type of person who is genuinely ready to commit and you just need the right structure around you, this is exactly for you. And if you're serious, click the link in the description, fill out the application, and let's get to work, because spots are limited, because I work personally with every single client. So if you're ready, don't sit on it. Let's get to work and let's build.